right. I guess some talk around the WBC convention is talking about David Benavidez possibly fighting Jermall Charlo, where I guess the WBC may elevate Jermall Charlo and make him Benavidez's mandatory. I guess after he get past Uterman and maybe a Callum Smith ordered fight. But let's talk about a potential Jermall Charlo David Benavidez fight. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And first off, I'm gonna say this: I'd rather Jermall Charlo fight Demetrius Andrade first to get my respect, and I'd rather David Benavidez fight Caleb Plant first, and then I respect both fighters if they did that, even if they never fought each other. Another one of these PBC fights, nobody fucking asked for it. Okay, nobody asked for this shit. Motherfuckers want to see. I'd rather see Callum Smith and Benavidez, because Callum Smith is the mandatory, or one of them. And I'd rather see Jermall Charlo take on Demetrius Andrade first. And it's been a growing theme in the tail end of this decade where smaller guys move up a one or two weight classes and challenge adversaries in higher weight classes, but don't fight the adversaries in their own weight class. I'm sick of that shit. It's kind of like, so they have a built-in excuse to lose they owe when it won't be that much pressure. And if they win, then, they get all the credit, but not that much of the, if they win, they get all the credit. If they lose, it's really like a moral victory because I fight at a smaller weight class and it won't be that much blame. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sick of that trend. I'm sick of the trend of the smaller guy moving up one or two weight classes or whatever, and they really ain't took care of their business at their weight classes. Mikey left lightweight and should have fought Lomachenko. I don't care about the politics or what street they on. That's a fact. Kell Brooks should have fought Jesse Vargas or Errol Spence before he jumped up and fought Triple G. I don't care about the politics. That took away from Errol Spence's victory, even if the Errol Spence fans or Errol Spence don't like it or not. But with Jermall and David Benavidez, man, David Benavidez beat the shit out of his ass. I'll just keep it real. I'm a boxing channel first. Would I like to see Jermall Charlo beat him? Yeah, I would like to see Jermall Charlo win. I always want to see my black fighters do good, but it's a bad style matchup. Jermall Charlo don't even seem to be a huge puncher at 160. Yeah, he had a good knockout of Highland and a good knockout of Hugo Centeno Jr. or whatever they call him, Santano Jr. Yeah, that was against subpar competition. We don't even know if he can hurt top guys because he didn't hurt Brandon Adams. He didn't seem to have hurt Korobov, who is a front runner and who just coasting the back end. He wasn't even able to hurt him or drop him. If my memory serves me correctly. So you asking this dude to go up another weight class and fight a guy that used to be 340 pounds and David Benavidez. And people say, well, he had 168 now. Naturally, you still got that big man size. You still got that big man frame, though. That's why he kind of waddle around the ring. Benavidez would just walk Charlo down and beat him. Charlo ain't got enough fast twitch muscles. He ain't got enough skills to really go up and dominate nobody. Maybe one of them motherfuckers that used to be a 160 pounder. But then again, even with Caleb Plant, he'd get outboxed. He'd get embarrassed. Especially without a few tune-up fights. He'd get embarrassed. He'd get the shit beat out of him by either one of them. I would step Benavidez to stop him. He seemed to have a really good, strong chin. And maybe he won't get stopped, but he ain't got enough skills to go up there and outbox nobody. Maybe Billy Joe Saunders if he ain't on the oxyfree, but I don't really see him beat none of those guys. Callum Smith, no way, Jose. He giving up about 3 inches to that guy. And he don't seem like the guy that he just don't seem like a guy that got the skill level enough to move up and beat bigger guys. Now, he would say, well, CJ, he went up to 54 and he got a title. Yeah, Canelo conceded a title to him, long story short. He ain't beat nobody at 160. How you gonna jump over 160? Well, he can't get a fight Demetrius Andrade then. Demetrius Andrade around 6'3", I don't care what they say. He a long guy. He can teach you to, fight a guy. Nobody at 168 got his skills. And if you're able to beat him out, man, maybe you can go up there and compete. But I just don't see it. I don't see it. I have seen nothing from Charlo at middleweight that encouraged me that he gonna go to 68 and beat any of the champions. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it. I don't see it. I have seen nothing from Charlo at middleweight that encouraged me that he gonna go to 68 and beat any of the champions. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see it. I don't see it. I have seen nothing from Charlo at middleweight that encouraged me that he gonna go to 68 and beat any of the champions. maybe Billy Joe Saunders. That may be about it. He got a good jab, but really, do he got a good jab when he got to jab his way on the inside? And he got to pick this dude apart on the outside. Can he do what Beterbiev did to Gosvick and out jab him and counter him and then close the distance and beat him up? I just ain't seen that skill set from him. Charlo, a real basic vanilla guy. Real stiff, not a lot of upper body movement, not going to move his head, not going to be Roy and outpoint James Toney like Roy did. He just don't have special qualities. He was a big kid at 54, and he was real strong and he could punch. That's it. But if you look at it, Austin Trout, some people thought Austin Trout really beat the guy. People say it was because he was weight drained. J-Rock was outboxing him until he got caught. That had to do with he a really, really big 154-pounder. You know? And he can crack at 150. But this 168. This 168. And if you think he can beat David Benavidez, man, well, come on. I'll open up my bank account. We can bet whatever you want to bet. Because he going to get smoked. You know, people don't want to talk about it. He ain't the good Charlo. He's the reason, like, he was a Charlo that was unsigned. Jermall used to be a good fighter. He had the ability to go up and outbox and do a few things. But now he with Derrick James, he just fight one generic way. And he going to end up getting iced pretty soon, especially if he move up. Can't fight. He can't fight. It ain't his natural fighting way. He want to be a puncher so bad. And I think, you know, when guys like when Carcino asked him who punched harder, I think that's the one he asked, and he nutted up. He got a complex. He got a smaller puncher man's complex. He wanted to be the puncher his brother was, but he didn't accept that he had the gift of boxing and hitting and not getting hit. And that's how you last in the sport. And that's how you beat guys. Yeah, he need to be a little bit more aggressive. But he had a total overhaul. He fights like an Errol Spence clone now. And that's not his natural style. And that's why he got beat. If he come doing that shit again, he gonna get beat again. May it be Tony. May it be J-Rock. The way he fight J-Rock should pick him apart if he don't get caught. Should pick him apart. But Benavidez and Charlo, man, he about to get the shit beat out of him. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez gonna get to walk him down. He gonna be throwing combinations, hitting him to the liver, hitting him to the body. He gonna put that jab on him, and he gonna go to town. He gonna give him that town business like he from Oakland. And I'm gonna see, not because he looked bad versus Trout at points, or he looked bad at points versus J-Rock, or he didn't look good to me versus Brandon Adams, or Korobov really beat him. People don't talk about that. No, Benavidez bring a different type of style. He gonna have his opportunities to tee off on Benavidez and hurt him. He will. But that's a way bigger, stronger guy. Now, may Charlo be a bigger puncher than Benavidez? It could be a possibility. But Benavidez is nasty. If he try to bang with Benavidez, he gonna get banged out his frame. That's just, you know, if he try to go out there and outbox him, I don't see him having the type of feet to do so. Even when he fighting against a shorter fighter, he struggles. So, you know, if he gonna be able to cut the ring off and close on Benavidez and fight him, I just don't see him having the tools to do so. He don't move his head up top a lot. You know, he don't bend. He don't seem to be like a Ray Robinson, or he don't seem to be a Sugar Ray Leonard, or he don't seem to be like a Duran. All guys that moved up multiple times and did it. He don't seem to be like Floyd, where he can make the adjustment when Floyd jumped from 35 to 40, where you seen a totally different Floyd Mayweather. One that was planting his feet a lot more, and he was trying to get more power. He became very, real selective in his punches. Before, when he was fighting like Nundu and whatever, and those guys, Floyd was on his toes throwing combinations. Obviously, it had something to do with the hand injuries too. But when he moved to 140, he became a totally different fighter as far as offensively. Other than when he beat the shit out of Arturo Gatti. But he was planting more. He was sending down his shots more. And he knew when he had to move up to fight bigger guys, he can make that adjustment. What adjustment can Charlo make? We'll see versus Dennis Hogan. It might be a chance, if they don't rob Dennis Hogan, that Dennis Hogan can beat Charlo. Right now, this dude is regressing fast. And don't nobody want to hear it because he's a black fight fans' favorite. you know. But to me, I'm going to keep it real. That motherfucker ain't getting no better. He getting worse. And he might be one of those guys who fight up and fight down to his competition. But if it was up, if I just had to give you a synopsis and he did jump up and fight Benavidez stretch season, and my Corey Lee, he getting iced. He better call Shaq for some icy hot. You know, or he about to take a nice little shellacking behind the woodshed. And people say, oh, you hating? I don't give a shit. Tell me, somebody say, bet your life on Jermall Charlo beating David Benavidez. Fuck up out of here. These niggas ain't did shit at their weight class. You got a guy like Andrade who want to fight you. But hey, you don't want to fight. Al Heyman ain't trying to put no money up behind you to have Andrade come to PBC. But I don't blame him. Andrade done pulled out so many fights before, his fugazi ass. So at the end of the day, he want to move up and fight Benavidez. It ain't a fight I really asked for, but come on. I know I'm going to make hella dough. All like niggas like Dream Chaser CJ, I'll make hella dough. Me and my Mexican homies gonna be swimming in hella dough. But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. You got business question, part response, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? That link subscription. Best way to donate is share the videos. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We go.